What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 26th of May. We're taking a look at Arcblock / Tether this morning. Ticker symbol ABT USDT. We're going to drop into Bitcoin at the end of the video. Guys, welcome to the channel. Appreciate all the support. Lots of new subscribers, 800 plus new subscribers in the past month or so, give or take a little bit. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Markets are interesting, to say the least. Crazy moves we're seeing in the market. Interesting stuff. A lot of opportunity out here. Arcblock, guys, we are currently up this morning 2.53% on this Gate.io chart. We're going to talk about a couple things, a quick recap from the last video. So let's jump into that. We're going to jump into Bitcoin at the end, so stick around for that. Two different scenarios that could be playing out here. We're kind of in the middle. So on the chart here, I have a drawing of two different channels. We're going to start with the channel above the market. We're going to start with this channel right here. So we have these two lines I drew that are not perfect. I am not an artist by any means, but we talked about the scenario was that my concern is if the price breaks below that channel, which took place on the 23rd of May, that we may be in for a move lower for the time being. Okay, so a lot of the times you'll see when markets break through this channel, through the lower channel line, like it did on the 23rd of May, you'll get a back test of that channel line, and it'll be a resistance, which took place actually yesterday, Saturday, the 25th of May. So if I actually extended this channel line like up here, roughly, guys, roughly, you could see that the price pulled up to that and got pushed below it. Very basic technical analysis is support and resistance. Above the market, when price is above the market, it can act as a resistance level for current trading. And that's what took place yesterday. That's what we're seeing. Let me get the arrow over here. You can see it right here. If that trend line just kept on going, you can see the price pulled up to it and got pushed back down. So that is a concern of mine right now, is that we have seen the top for Arcblock for right now. And I want to also mention that that level, I'm going to get rid of that. That price level where the top came in was right at my 464, 491 level in blue right here. Look where the market topped out 2 days, for 2 days, the 21st and 22nd of May. That was right at that blue price level. And we're also finding resistance at the level of 445.6 right here, guys. So those are also in play. My concern is that we are printing a lower high right now, and we're about to roll over into a lower low. So we have the move up right into our resistance at 464. We have the higher low. We have the lower high, and then a lower low to follow, giving us a change in trend back to the downside. So that's a concern of mine here. I'm going to get rid of these channel lines just so it cleans it up a little bit. So if you're bullish, it's, if you're bullish on this, something that you can expect here moving forward is a potential sideways to downward market for the time being. That doesn't mean the top is completely in for this cycle and this thing is dead and it's going to zero. People get pretty extreme in the cryptocurrency markets. It just means it's time to take a breather here. It's made a big run, guys. This thing has made a massive run. Let's take from support down there at 287. Roughly, from 280, you're getting a 63% move. For markets to go sideways to down after a 63% move would not be anything at all, by any means. A surprise. Very healthy. The ebb and flow of the market, guys. The ebb and flow of the market. It needs to be in sync. You don't want to see crazy extreme moves because they are not sustainable. They don't last. Anyways, before I get too far off on a side tangent there. So we have, let me get the other tool here. We have the resistance, the higher low, the lower high, potential lower low coming in here. So we want to watch for support. We basically don't want to undercut these lows here from the 25th and the 24th of May, just a couple days ago. We would, in a perfect world, we would find support at 423 today, and the markets would bounce from there. We would bounce from here, heading higher. That would be in a perfect world. We don't know if that'll happen. My concern is that this will be a lower high, and then we're actually getting ready to print a lower low. Now, if Bitcoin, which we'll get to at the end of this video, if Bitcoin takes off like a rocket back to the upside, Bitcoin is in a very similar scenario right now. It's got a lower high. We don't have a lower low yet. We don't have a higher high yet. It's right in this neutral zone. It's right in the center. So it's either, we're heading lower or we're going to bounce back to the upside. So we want to pay attention to what Bitcoin is doing as well, guys. If we start to march higher here, so let's say the price starts to get back above 445.6, 445, then we'll be back on here talking about some upper price targets up in this area. If I had to take a wild guess here, it would be between like $5 and $7. That could be the next play to the upside. But we have a little bit of work to do. We got to get back above 456 and ideally back closer to 464, which is where the current resistance is in for the top so far. So you might be asking yourself, okay, now what do I do? Give me some key takeaways here. Give me some PowerPoints here. Give me something. Well, I can tell you this, that here is a perfect world here. For the bulls, we close above 423. We close above this level. We close above 456, and we start to make our way towards 464. Okay, that would be very bullish. If that happens, there's a really good chance that we're going to be breaking past these highs over here at 464. That is the bullish scenario for the long-term holders here who want the price to, obviously go to the moon. What you would not want to see would be a red candle today that closes below 423. You would not want to see that. That is going to tell me that the odds favor a move back down to 383 right in here, which would obviously be taking the lows out from the 25th. And, that would just not be good. Doesn't mean it's over. It just means that the price is going to be heading lower for now rather than heading higher. It's a game of the odds. You play the odds here. What's the market telling us? What's the chart most likely to do? Doesn't follow the rules 100% of the time, but over the long term, the odds do favor that the rules say this, the market does that, etc. So that would be pretty much what I'm looking for here. Now, there's a chance that the market can do something like this. It puts in the lower high, it puts in the lower low, it finds support at 383, which would be undercutting these lows, and then it actually takes off like a rocket from there. We've seen that play out recently. I can't remember off the top of my head the crypto, but there is times when markets undercut major lows and then reverse the trend and rally from there. There's also times where markets take out major highs, reverse, and go lower from there. It's a stop. It's a stopping point. It's a shakeout. A double bottom chart pattern will have a bottom. You'll rally up, you'll undercut that, and then you'll take off, and your entry would be right here. So just real side tangent there. So we'll see what happens here, guys. That's just some of my thoughts on the Arcblock chart and potentially what we're going to see here heading into the rest of the weekend, the holiday being tomorrow, Memorial Day. And I just wanted to give you guys an update. So no more higher price targets at the moment. Although I will put them on there. If you want them on there on the next video, let me know. But if the market starts to move higher from here, then I'll quickly get them on there. But if I had to take a wild guess right now, it would be between $5 and $7 for our next area of resistance, just like the price found resistance here, we would have those new levels up in here. Look for a target to shoot for. All right, guys, let's go over to Bitcoin. Currently, by the way, Arcblock is up 2.25%, trading just above the 423 potential support area. Bitcoin chart, guys. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is similar position as Arcblock, okay? So we have a resistance. It's funny, the charts are very similar. Very, very similar. They trade, basically most things follow kind of what Bitcoin does. We had the Bitcoin top came in so far at 71,335 resistance perfectly, 2 days. We have a pullback. We are above our 68,748 level. In a perfect world today, we would turn this into support and we would rally from here, which would take us back up to 71,335. That'd be the next move in play. My concern is we already have we have a higher low. We have a lower high. What do we do next? The same as the Arcblock chart. We're either going to put in a lower low, taking us back down to at least like the 64,375 area, or the markets are going to find support today at 68,748. Then the odds favor us actually moving back up to 71,335. So there's a lot of moving parts in here, and it's not for everybody. Some people, they just want to buy it and hold it for years and, in the hopes that it goes up over time. I get it. Some people want to try to time the market. They want to get in. They want to get out. They just want to stay engaged. They want to know what's going on the daily basis. That's pretty much what I cover here. Things change day by day. That's my thoughts, guys, on Arcblock. My thoughts on Bitcoin. Let's see. Ideally, a close above 68,748 today would be bullish, just telling us that, hey, there's a potential move coming to back up to 71,335. Keep in mind as well that the all-time highs for Bitcoin, which came in at a resistance of 73,804, 73,494, are not that far away. We could see a move like this take place in one day. We're not too far from the all-time highs. You guys have a great day. If you are not yet a subscriber, go ahead and join us here on the channel. All links are down below. It does help support the channel. Appreciate you guys. Welcome to the channel, all the new subscribers. You guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend.